Though volatile, the next few months in crypto, I predict, is going to be one of the most historically opportune times to get into crypto, to be in crypto, to spend your time thinking about a macro-minded approach to crypto. The next few months, it's where it's at, everybody. I want to dig into the charts. I want to talk about the general landscape of what's going on right now and why we are where we are right now, and why I think right now is the beginning of the clearest opportunity that we could possibly be presented in the crypto markets. This is the cycles of crypto, cycles of Bitcoin. Opportunity is not here. It's not here. It's not here. Though it feels nice, all-time highs don't offer opportunity. Opportunity is offered in the lows, in the bear market lows, no matter what they look like. And we're in a bear market low right now. I get that things are worse, but just like crypto, just like Bitcoin, in this macro environment, there are cycles. And equity markets, traditional markets, we're going to see the same type of thing. Cycles. We're seeing corrections, and we're going to see continuation. It will happen. We have to be prepared for what's getting ready to happen with crypto. To set the tone here, this is what we're going to see in the next few months. And I predict this. Now is when we define the bear market bottom for months. During this time, it will become more and more quiet here as people exit crypto. When I say here, I simply mean on Twitter, on YouTube, the engagement. People will be leaving crypto. People will be giving up. People will be getting tired of it and sick of it. We saw it in the last bear market. It's human nature. And I'm telling you, it is in these cold, long winters when things do get quiet and the silence is deafening. When that happens, that is such a bullish thing, and it is opportunity. Now, we've been tracking the story of what's going on over here, the S&P 500, traditional markets. We're tracking what's going on with interest rates and inflation. We're going to look at that in a minute. But check this out. This is a video from July, because time is moving quick, and that is why we must prepare right now. Time is moving fast. This is July 25th, 2022. Now, between the 20-week moving average and the 50-week moving average is an area where this market could rally, right? And this could be a short-term thing before the final capitulation. That's S&P 500. We're talking about a move through the 20-week moving average in this general vicinity between the 20-week, the 50-week moving average. That's the chart in July. And it feels like I just did that video. And this goes to show how fast time goes. Here is the chart now. This is what has happened. We got the move into these moving averages right at the 50-week moving average. And then we've come back down. This is exactly what we discussed in that video from months ago. Now, it is no surprise because technical analysis works. Technical analysis works because we're taking data throughout history and we're taking human emotion throughout history, and we're studying these things, and we say, okay, there's a trend here. Okay, these things tend to repeat themselves while not perfectly, while not all the time. There are so many hints on the screen that allow us to prepare and anticipate these things so we don't get caught up in rallies. So we let things kind of play out. We have patience. That's the name of the game here. It's all mental. So here's S&P 500. Now, it is definitely, in my view, there's no clear case that the bottom is in right now. Absolutely not. There are multiple things happening, and I want to just discuss some of those things. If we go over here to a Bitcoin chart, and we can go actually to the daily chart, we see just straight off the bat, October 13th, CPI data release. November 10th, CPI data release. December 13th, CPI data release. Now the question is, what will happen when this data is released, and what will this chart right here look like? We've seen the story, 9.1, 8.5, 8.3. What's this next release going to look like? There is so much pressure building, and there is so much fear rising as we go into all of these news events every single month, and the headlines just pushing it and stirring the pot. And these headlines and this news that's being released, the world is watching, and this year is not over. The problem is not solved. So while that's happening, how could we possibly sit here and say, you know what, S&P 500 probably has bottomed, Bitcoin probably has bottomed? There is such a clear case that there will be further downside because of what is going on right now. Here's the schedule for remaining 2022 Fed decisions. So now we're talking about just interest rates rising. So first off, and this plays into the charts, no October Fed meeting. That's a big deal. So though the minutes from the September meeting will be released here on October 14th, those minutes may offer more color on Fed's thinking. So there's no Fed meeting, but the minutes from September are going to be released. And you better believe the media and everybody that is following the headlines and following the story, they will be digging into those minutes. And will there be something new found? So will that move charts in October? We're going to look at the charts from a technical perspective here in a minute. If we look further, we have November 2nd Fed meeting. The Fed will set rates on November 2nd. Fixed income markets imply a 0.5 to 0.75 percentage point hike at that meeting. That will be informed by a host of economic data from October. Most importantly, we'll have a range of recent data points on inflation, such as CPI, PPI, and PCE inflation numbers leading into that meeting. So everything that's going on with these dates that we just took a look at, this is going to play into that November Fed meeting. The next month, as I do this video, alone just plays into the fear and the unknown and the uncertainty that is in markets right now. Now, maybe not having a meeting in October actually moves markets to the upside while everybody rests their brain. Everybody kind of rests reading the headlines about the Fed meeting. Maybe there's some type of rally. But if we go and we look at here on the Bitcoin chart, there's room for Bitcoin to even rally to the upside before a final capitulation event. We see the 20-week moving average crossing below the 200-week moving average. That is a very, very big deal on this Bitcoin chart. You zoom out on this Bitcoin chart, this is not something that has happened. Each time we've seen the 20-week kind of curve away as it was approaching the 200-week and make a move to the upside, even back here, all the way in 2015, curving to downside, leveling out, and back to the upside. We're in a different environment right now. Things are kind of bad compared to what markets were doing in 2018, even 2015. We go over here to the S&P 500 and we look at 2008. While I don't think it's going to be as bad, we can certainly take this bars pattern and we can go from this 2007 top to the 2008 capitulation, and we can just take it speculatively across the chart and we can place it on the current chart and the current environment of S&P 500. And you're going to see how similar so far this move has been. So from this recent top to where S&P is right now, S&P 500 is right now, and we can stretch this out, the speed of it a little different. But look at this. Look at the technical perspective of this. Just above the 200-week moving average, the bounce, the rally, basically that we were talking about in this video. And you can just see resistance at the 50-week, and we're cruising down. And the question is, where will the bottom be? Will there be one last rally? Maybe in October, and look how the charts play into this. No meeting in October, no Fed meeting in October. Maybe there's kind of a glimmer of hope for markets as they move to the 20-week moving average, and then finally a capitulation type of event going into the end of the year, maybe the beginning of next year, and then sideways trading, some type of formation. Do I think it's going to be as bad as this that you see in the bars pattern all the way down in 2008? I don't think it's going to be as bad, but it is there. The story is there. And during this entire move, whether it's this little rally if it happens, or if it's just this capitulation and then sideways trading, no matter what it is in the months to come, this is where things are going to get quiet in crypto. They've already gotten quiet. Things are going to get even more quiet. And that is where opportunity will be as markets reset themselves. And one thing that I keep paying attention to is this Truflation app, kind of taking on-chain Oracle data and trying to get a nice sense of what inflation really is, right? And so interestingly enough, we have this chart topping out in March. So it's going to be continuously interesting to see if this app, Truflation, acts as a leading indicator. And so you can actually see right now this coming down. Inflation kind of still coming down very slowly on this chart. If we go to year to date, you can start seeing that kind of leveling out. What is this graph going to continue doing? And this is updated very frequently. So this is something, I'll put a link in the description if you want to track. So it is a season to be very prepared right now. It's a season of opportunity. I'm not trying to throw hopium out there. There is, of course, more downside. This is what I'm saying. Even if we take our Fibonacci and we take the last bear market low to bull market high, we know historically Bitcoin has bottomed out below the 786 line. So a capitulation event below that line is in play. But that is where opportunity is. And we continue to analyze the charts. We continue to analyze the markets. We continue to be patient with the markets, to not rush things, but ultimately to prepare, to have a macro-minded plan. There's a lot of wisdom there. with not trying to guess exactly what's going to happen, but visualize these things and plan for it. So over the next few months, as we continue in this bear market, that is what we all should be doing, planning. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please hit that subscribe, hit that like. I'll see you in the next video. God bless.